So guys, it turns out the video I had made was not recording. That's great. I can't lie. I'm not trying to do all of that stop start again. So I'm just gonna go over my points and insert my evidence where necessary. You guys referring to me as Coochie. My name is Cucha, you all know this, and also calling me a kid and calling this childish stuff whilst referring to me as Coochie is crazy.
What's going on over there?
Cucha.
Coochie.
Oh, right.
Separately, Margs, you lied. You are a liar. You said on the phone I said he was stalking me. You know I posted our phone call, so why you would lie when the information is out there and I'm assuming you've listened over is beyond me. Furthermore, where in that conversation did I say anything about the duration of how long we were talking? That I said 2 weeks. Show me where. Oh wait, you can't.
I heard that these two had some problems, yeah. He says she was saying that she's going to make a video, she's going to say things because he's stalking her, he's doing this, he's doing that, yeah. I'm saying, so what's going on? So I spoke to her, I phoned her, I'm saying, what's the situation with you and Candy? He's moving mad, he's stalking me, he's doing this, he's like it's like he's taking it too far, he's going crazy, he's talking about me online. I said, have you got receipts? You get me? She said, yeah. I said, all right, cool, send it to me, let me see it. Seeing it, he's there, like, it looked like there's bits where it looks like he's running her down, but it wasn't crazy. I don't know. I spoke to her, I called her back, I'm saying, look.
Back and forth.
Yeah, like,
But it's 60-40.
Yeah, like.
What's the situation with you and Candy?
Oh, they didn't update you.
Yeah, I'm asking, going straight to the source.
Well, long story short, because I told him I didn't want to talk to him and I didn't want to be friends separately because I thought his character was iffy, he then started tweaking. When I say tweaking, for example, at one of the events, we had an altercation outside where he was shouting and talking crazy, and then they all asked him why, and he said I was being rude. They said, how's she being rude? He said, because she doesn't want to talk to me. And they all told him, you don't have to speak to her. Like, she doesn't have to speak to you if she doesn't want to. He'll spam me with messages. I've had people coming to me at events showing me messages of him asking them to spit on me and do X, Y, and Z, which they were obviously never going to do. Do you not have a spare phone that you could take a picture of this from? Not even to show Candy, but just for me to be able to show management, because for a while it's just been my word versus his. So anything I could show would be great, because his obsession with me is getting quite concerning. He's told me before that if I choose not to speak to him or if I tell people what he said, X, Y, and Z, he's going to go ahead and quote-unquote ruin my career. He's told me that because he's racked in views for Pengame that he can basically get away with whatever and da-da-da-da-da. And it's basically been a case of he's been borderline harassing me for like 6 months. And then at first, the initial conversation I had was, oh, you two need to leave each other alone. And I said, it's not a you two thing. It's this man won't leave me alone. You keep talking about me on social media, in person, you know, making up X, Y, and Z, when really and truly, if I'm to come out and show, okay, this receipt, that receipt, you're going to look crazy. And then my issue was, George was saying, oh, come to us. Jacka was saying, come to us, because they weren't aware of A, B, and C before. And then it's like, I'm coming to you, and what are you doing? Nothing. You told us not to talk about each other on social media, which I already wasn't doing. He did it 3 days later. What comes of it? Nothing. You repeated it again 2 weeks later. What's the penalty? Nothing. So it's like you're making rules just for the sake of it.
So what do you want to do moving forward?
Well, I have said, like, realistically, I don't see us being on the same platform. So I said I planned on leaving.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Because it's like, at this point, it's beyond, oh, I don't like her. It's borderline harassment.
Fucking hell, man. So have you got these receipts for me then?
I have.
Send them to me then, so I'll just deal with it. Because if I speak to him, he's going to say something different. It's your words versus his. It's all stupid stuff. But if he's actually been doing what he said he's been doing,
yeah.
Has anyone actually spoke to him?
Yes, George has spoke to him. Jacka has spoke to him. I think Aaliyah as well. Like, they're all aware. Even when this altercation happened, like, majority of them were there.
Is there anything that can happen that I could do to resolve it so you both stay on the platform?
No. because it's a case of I've told him to leave me alone. You don't want to leave me alone. Your issue is that I don't know what you want from me, but you
But what if I can make him leave you alone?
Realistically, that's not going to happen. You know.
I mean, I do. Well, it kind of like does, because obviously I ain't got involved before, but I could just get rid of him. But if I tell him if I tell him not to thingy and he does against it, then it'll be gone in it. There's no middle ground. If I have, because I haven't spoke to him, I haven't got involved in this at all. If I speak to him and he says the right things, and he goes and does something else, he'll be gone. There's no chances. There's not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But
Okay then.
do you feel like if I do that, if it could be resolved, you'll be cool or no?
It's 50-50 because even then, it's for me. I've given you like a sugar-coated version. I'll send everything, like I said, in a second. But it's like, why am I on the same platform as like a weirdo? And then they're telling me not to speak about the whole woman beating thing and the whole this thing.
What woman beating thing?
How there's a video of Candy like punching a girl, and a few times it's been brought up, and I think one time I said don't mix me with a woman beater or something like that, or stop asking me about a woman beater. And then their concern was, oh, don't talk bad about Candy, don't talk bad about Candy. Why are we condoning bullshit? Equally, this whole Ginger J thing, penalising Ginger J, absolutely agree with that. Candy's come on live, and Ambu sent the video to Aaliyah and said, hey, this is what's being said. This is what he said about it. This is what he said about me. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. So it's like the rules apply to everyone but him.
Well, it's a different scenario, because with the way that, obviously, you ain't even battled or anything, have you? You ain't battled him or nothing, have you?
No, and even that, because of the situation.
The way that everybody moves, you've been talking shit about each other. I haven't seen it to know what he's
even that. It's not a two-way street. It is very much a one-way street, and I think it's twice I've reacted in the group chat because you won't leave me alone. This is literally stemming from me not speaking to him. I'm at the event and I'm not looking at my phone. Then he comes to me and he's like, oh, you don't want to talk to me, watch. Then I look at my messages at the end of the event once we've had the argument, and he was telling me, oh, if you don't come and talk to me right now, I'm going to go do the mad thing. Like, what? It's not by force I have to speak to you.
Go on, send me these receipts, and I'll deal with it.
Okay, but furthermore, you don't address the Ginger J comparison. You're trying to say, oh, because someone on the platform is bothered her and she's a black woman, that they're now trying to say that, oh, the black woman thing that I said and apply it here.
She's just weaponizing it. There's all gal in the talking about, oh yeah, from like protectors and you got like, oh yeah, you dealt with Ginger J. I hope you're gonna deal with this and I'm thinking, what are you talking about? Duty of care to support black women, from my mum, my sister, my cousins, my aunties. I've got staff that are black women, people that work. There's Pengame girls that rap that are black women.
Forget that. That's a separate issue in itself. But the Ginger J comparison, in which she said the same things Ginger J said and doubled down, take him off then.
And this is the thing that annoys me as well. If these girls would have turned around and said, no, I don't date Pakistanis, or I don't date white guys, yeah, and no one would have said nothing. Oh, that's fine. As soon as one guy, it was just one guy, right, comes in and says, I don't like black women, and they all took it personally. How do you have to, like, you took it personal?
I'm saying you don't really understand the reason for the outrage, because you're saying stuff like, oh, I get it. It's like, oh, you can't have a preference, or don't talk about black women's hair and and it's kind of like trivializing, like actually like what happens. I don't know.
That like, you know what I mean? To a point where you're trying to say he's like some sort of traitor. That's insane. Like, do you know how entitled you've got to be to do that? Do you know what I mean? It's disgusting. Really, it's really disgusting.
Be associated with that. You know what I'm trying to say? So you man asking what the big deal is? It's because you don't care.
The hair thing. You know what, yeah? With the hair thing, look, I'm on his side, yeah? I'm on his side.
And you wasn't just generalising, you was on this gal, and when you're telling her with all that aggression to take off your wig and take off your lashes and be diminishing and degrading to her and all that, you're saying all these stuff in a degrading manner. None of that stuff's cool to deal with women like that. Again, forget even black women, but it's women in general. You shouldn't even be dealing with women like that. Yeah. But then you're using her like stuff that are culturally part of what we do in her blackness to offend her. Telling her take her lashes off, take your wig off, take your makeup off, and I'm gonna bring in my natural 10 out of 10 Indian gal hair. All this stuff is crazy.
So let's not bring up the hair thing, innit?
If you're gonna take Ginger J off for how he speaks on black women, take off Candy too. Next. He said the evidence I presented him with was relationship stuff. Me and Candy were never in a relationship. We were talking. Now, on one of my numbers, he has deleted chats. On this one, he didn't. And I just want to ask you guys, in what world are you in a relationship with someone and asking if they're on a date? We were never together. And it was never that serious. So stop trying to put it as a relationship gone wrong. It was never that. It was never that serious. Furthermore, let's look at the stuff I sent you, because last time I checked, it was not relationship stuff and he didn't really dive into it.
She said, yeah, so alright, cool, send it to me, let me see it. Seeing it, he's there, like, it looked like there's bits where it looks like he's running her down, but it wasn't crazy. I don't know. I spoke to her, I've called her back, I'm saying, look.
Back and forth.
Yeah, like,
but it's maybe, but it's 60-40.
Yeah, like,
it's cool. I'm gonna bring it out.
No one cares. We know why, innit, Reform UK Croydon. Fucking, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I can't lie, this is great. This is so on brand for me having you here.
You said a few times, what's it got to do with Pengame? It was your management team and you guys that said, hey, if you have an issue, come to us. Oh, he's bothering you, come to us. If he says anything, come to us. And they said, because when Inks left, they didn't know that someone on the platform was bothering her. They didn't know that a man was being weird, etc., etc. And if they did, they would have done something about it. So they said to me, so in future, come to us. And I did, and you guys did. Fuck all, because Candy makes you a lot of money and he's your biggest asset and you need him and yada yada yada. And had you kept it a buck and said, listen, Kush, not gonna lie, we're not trying to kick him off. And we kind of just want to let him be. Is this something you can deal with? Is there something we can work out? Da 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 da. As opposed to offering me a false sense of security and making promises that you can't keep and telling me things that are just false.
So as soon as I found out, I spoke to you, and what I said to you was, obviously he doesn't think, he's just being a prick. He's chatting shit about you on live. He keeps harassing you. He's doing it in public. I've said to you, if I could speak to him and get him to stop, would that be enough for you to be on the platform? I say you don't even have to be in the building at the same time together or whatever if you don't want to. But if I can get him to stop, will that be enough? And you said they've said it before. I'm saying this is the first time I'm getting involved. So if I speak to him and he doesn't listen, then he'll be gone. There's no chances. Yeah. So I said that all of that and get involved. I don't know what's going on. So the second I found out that things are serious and very rare, I've called you straight away.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you've been promised. I don't know what's happened. I didn't even have the context of everything that he done or what he was moving until you showed it to me. And all I was saying to you is, now I'm getting involved and I feel like I can nip it in the bud. I feel like I could get him to stop. And if I don't, I can inflict the repercussions of it. I know that I can. Because, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, if that's the case, then okay. Yeah, I'd be content.
All right, then cool. Well, then I'm going to talk to him, and from this point, he shouldn't bother you again. And if he does, like anything at all, like literally, don't go to no one else. Just come to me, and and it'll be gone.
Okay then, I'm cool with that.
So that's cool. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. All right, cool. I'm going to speak to him.
Furthermore, you're saying that you're unaware of anything and everything, but here you are talking about me and Karma and what you think you know of my relationships. You don't know shit, for starters.
What's it? The hell's it got to do with me? So because you was linking him in the end bad. Now we've got to get involved. Or Pengame's got to do something. You was linking Karma because you and Karma was called. And like if you and Karma,
she don't go out with Karma no more.
She was going out with Candy first, and I think I see a thing where Candy asked her, "Did you? Oh, you got?" She was linking Candy, and then something he heard about the Karma stuff, and he was like, "Oh, are you linking Karma?" And she was like, "No." And then I think she brought him to the venue, and then he was there. So Candy's hurt. You get me? And I think that's where when she started linking Karma. that's when Candy's, he don't like it. That's when he starts talking shit about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bitter.
That's when he's bitter, innit? You know what it is? They're kids, he's bitter. But this just sounds like relationship stuff to me. I don't understand what you want me to do. Why would I get involved in useless relationship? I can't control it.
In regards to me and Karma, Jacka, your editor, had made a video with me and Karma and made it look like, oh, they're so in love that she forgot her bars and yada yada yada. And, ooh, right, look, ooh, fuck! Me and Karma initially said let's troll, whatever. Then we decided, actually, I kind of like you, and we started dating. Let's clarify that in January, me and Candy were friends. On Candy's own channel, he stated that we stopped speaking right after his birthday. His birthday was in November. So when this video was posted, I wasn't talking to Candy and I wasn't talking to Karma either. And even if he, you, or the public thought we were, that doesn't give him the green light to then harass me for 8 damn months. So by your logic, because they used to talk, even though they were friends at the time, he thought she was talking to someone else, so that's why he did what he did. By your logic, because of that, it's okay to harass someone, to put false claims on their name on the internet, in real life, call people to cause them harm, and threaten them because they couldn't handle rejection. Interesting. At some point, I expressed that I thought we were no longer compatible, and since then, he has left me alone. Simple. Now, the difference here is when I asked Candy to leave me alone, he actually began to harass me. For 8 months. I don't have anything to complain about Karma because Karma doesn't go around trying to defame my character. Karma doesn't sit on live trying to create false narratives or calling people and trying to get them to cause me harm. Karma's not doing none of that. Equally, you're saying you know nothing, but conveniently, the narrative you're running here with is the narrative that I said no to. There was a point where George had called me and he said, hey, we're going to do a reality TV show. We're going to say the storyline is that you were with Candy and that you cheated on him with Karma. And then we're going to plan a 2v2 and some battles around it. And I said, what the heck? First, he'd asked me before all of this if I've watched Real Housewives. I said, no, I don't watch that. Then he said, oh, but you know of it? I said, yes, I do. Then he explained his bullshit idea. Both me and Karma said no. Candy was the only one who was like, yeah, let's do it. Obviously, it didn't go through. I also expressed that it was weird that I came to you guys expressing my concerns and what I was going through and what was bothering me. And when a little bit of time passed, maybe a couple weeks, you then decided, okay, let's make a reality TV show out of her experience. Which again just shows the lack of care and how your priority is money, really and truly, not the well-being of your contestants. And when I expressed that I thought it was weird that I'd been coming to you and you now think we're going to make this a little jokey joke, I was told, oh, well, you know, there's timing for everything and now the time's right to do this and that. Brother, what? Next, you said you don't care about what artists do off the platform. If that's true, then why have you paid artists not to go on other battle rap platforms? Why have you told off artists who have gone ahead and done it anyway without letting you know? Why have you told artists that they couldn't join the rap game? Why have you told the artists that they can't go in Ginger's platform, that they can't even attend one of his events, and that they can't talk to him or be seen with him? Why is that? Furthermore, Ginger was never on a contract with you. None of us are contracted. We go there, we perform, boom, bow, boom. That's it.
But all of you lot that seem to think I was employed by Pengame, show me the P45. And then on top of that, show me the contract. I'll wait.
Another thing, it's totally separate scenarios because Ginger J was working for me. He was one of my employees. Any of them other one of my employees, it's the same situation. These kids are freelance. They're not tied to me, you know. You know, I don't make no money off anything they do outside Pengame. If they got signed for £1 million, I don't get none of it. When they go and do their show, I don't do nothing to it. I'm not tied down. I don't tell them they can't go nowhere. They can go on other battle rap platforms. They can go anywhere. They can go and sit down with people that I don't even like, rude boy. I don't business. I don't tell them nothing. And all I'm doing is building a platform for you to showcase your talents and put yourself out there. That's all I do, bro.
Ginger J was employed by Pengame.
Yeah, it's different. Don't go down. What you are doing outside of the brand, outside of the platform, ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah, word.
Like, realistic.
So if that's the case, what Ginge did outside of the platform should not have affected his stay in Pengame. If you're going to make a rule, make it apply to everyone. Don't be selective. The only reason you made a comment about Ginger's situation on Pengame and on your podcast was because it blew up. It blew up and you thought, okay, damage control, have to save face because otherwise, sinking ship and you're going down with him. Furthermore, Ginge had to explain to me what actually went on and how it came to be and the part you had to play on it, and all I have to say is that you're grimy.
And wait, and guess what's on that video? He's sending the video to my pregnant little sister while she's crying.
Oh, God damn it.
While she's crying, promising to look after me and help me go through therapy and that we're going to get through this and everything else. Also, I've got on my phone an apology video that Margs told us not to put out because it's not an Oscar-worthy performance. Wait, hold on a minute. I've also got on my phone the receipt of the apology that my manager writ out and Margs told them not to put out because it makes me look soft.
Rasta man don't apologize to nobody, boy.
And then 2 days later, Margs got online, guys, and said, all black women, I love you and I'm getting rid of Ginger J.
You're sat here talking about him for a decent amount of the video when the man hasn't spoken about you since, which again just clarifies that you are bitter. And on that note, stop lying about contracts. Your artist liaison that doesn't know how to conduct themselves or speak to artists, again, tried to come to me with this fake contract that I allegedly signed bullshit. And you guys, yeah, you need to be careful with that.
Speak to Cucha about that, because you know what I'll say, yeah? Cucha fucked up. You know why she fucked up? Because she thought she would bite her nose despite her face. Because she said she didn't want this, and this put in the battle. It's now not going to be put in the battle. So if you got anyone to be upset with about it, speak to Cucha.
But she...
That's no one else, cuz.
So, but she's saying that when she spoke to you guys, she specifically...
What she's saying to you, and what she's saying to us is completely different, because she was even... This is me and you talking, yeah? You can take it where you want, I don't even give a fuck. You know the time after you were sitting with her when I was at the bottom of the stairs with you? 5 minutes before that, she was complaining to Aaliyah, why are you and Candy mentioning her? Bro, it's a bit weird, cuz. You're not deep in it, and I know you two are friends, that's cool. But at that specific moment, Cucha wasn't thinking, Ambu's not going to be able to put this up on thing. Because she agreed to something, bro, in a business. She made a contract which said, no one can mention me. So unfortunately, we can't go against the contract.
You signed the contract?
Of course you know. The song was done by you two, bro. It was a legally binding contract that said, we agree to perform and we are not under the oath of Ministry of Sounds, remember. We're not no dickhead event, bro. It's not no dickhead, this is Pengame rap battle, bro. It's not a joke. It's not a don't flop where you can go on there and make a mistake. No, we can't. There's so many legislations. Sound on, Ministry of Sounds. We're going to put up that one. We've just agreed not to. Nah, bro. People forget how old Cucha is, bro. You're all youths. You're not a youth, obviously you're a big man, but you know what I'm saying? Because you're young, bro. Where you want to put a video out disrespecting a black woman at this stage. Are you crazy? Nah, bro, fuck off, man. Nah,
I didn't disrespect her at all.
No, you didn't. But the whole like, cuz, it's like, you know what it's like, yeah? It's like the Queen going and linking the Russian spies right now when they're looking for Ukraine. We're biting our nose despite our face. We're not involved, but we're involved. There's a big situation between Cucha and Candy. Why the fuck are we going to put that involved in Pengame? What's Pengame got to do with it? There's nothing to do with Pengame. No one told Cucha and Candy to bend over and do what they're doing, bro.
They originated on it. And you know what's crazy? Before you arrived, George wanted to make a situation out of that, bro. So I can't even hear that.
Do you know why there's no more situations? Because life doesn't work that way. Regulations are in place for a reason. I'm here in this job for a reason. The reason why you get to talk so much and have an opinion out now is because I'm here.
It's what I said. You're telling me one thing behind the scenes.
How have I changed?
Ambu's coming to me.
What Ambu said?
Hold on, Ambu's coming to me and he's saying, that the battle can't be put out because I basically said anything in relation to me, you can't have it, and that I'd signed a contract and that I went to Aaliyah complaining.
I'm going to stop you because I listen to you if you're generally talking sense. That don't make sense what you're saying. Let me just stop you. When you're messaging me personally, make sure you're messaging me with facts. Because what I said to Amber is, the reason, not me as anyway, George passing on messages to let you know, and he was on the phone. I spoke to Amber and told him the reason that he's not getting his performance fee is because he broke the rules. That's it. If you think he didn't break the rules, that's your decision.
I'm not talking about that though. I'm not talking about the payment. I'm talking about the line of conversation to do with me that you came to Ambu with.
Where was I wrong to say so?
At what point did I go to Aaliyah during the event to tell her, that I have a problem with Ambu and Candy and them talking about me?
One second. So who was did you have a problem with them? Did you tell George, don't let Ambu or Candy mention your thing in the battle?
No, again, Jaws, what I just asked you is at what point... Hold on. I just asked you a question and you're answering my question with another unrelated question. Because you're asking me an unrelated question. I just asked you at what point... I just asked you at what point... I asked you at what point did I go to Aaliyah and say Candy and Ambu and say that I was upset because...
you said you went to Aaliyah complaining that your name was mentioned. That's what I said.
Jules, you know what's so funny? You know what's so funny? I didn't speak to Aaliyah that whole event. So what are you talking about?
So you're telling me maybe the staff was wrong. Did you speak to anyone about the fact that Candy's mentioned, Candy's mentioned? You didn't say that. You didn't say that, no?
To what staff member? The only person I spoke to it about it on that day was you and Margs.
No, so you're telling me, answer the question I'm asking because I can be wrong. Did you not at any point say they're mentioning they're mentioning it?
No, I spoke to, I spoke to you and Margs. Those are the only two people I spoke to about it.
To me or Margs, was you upset that Candy mentioned you?
Yes.
All right, cool. There you go.
Again, you're saying, there you go. So number one, what's that?
We're not arguing, we're talking. We're never going to get anywhere by arguing.
It's not arguing, but again, it's what you said and you're telling me something different. So let's clarify number one. Nothing was said to Aaliyah. And let's clarify number two. I never said Candy and Ambu. I expressed that I had an issue with Candy talking about me non-battle related. That was what I said. Nothing about Ambu.
So that, no, you know what? So tell her that. I thought it was about the battle. I can take that. Like I said, I can take when I'm in the wrong. I thought, and I did mention Aaliyah's name, but it wasn't Aaliyah. I can say that it wasn't Aaliyah. I thought.
Then where did that come from? Because what's that? What that's coming to me as is it's basically trying to create a little feud between me and Ambu here, and you're trying to find someone to pin it on.
Me to create a feud with Ambu.
Yes, because what's being told here is lies. That's blatantly a lie.
No, I'll clarify my position with Ambu. I'm a 33-year-old man. I'm not getting involved in kiddie arguments. And then I can explain when I'm wrong. I'll call Ambu. Your feud will be sorted. Don't worry, because there's no feud.
Not a feud. I'm saying it seemed like shit's going.
I'm saying what you're saying, so I can go back as a 33-year-old man. Like I'm telling you, I can admit when I'm wrong. I got things wrong. I can be false. It's not a lie though. Don't ever call me a liar. And don't tell that I'm emphasizing a huge sense of justice. And that's all I've done. The reason you haven't spoken to me again is because it was out of my line of leadership.
That's not my issue. The next part is you telling Ambu this whole, basically saying that I'm a liar and that I've been lying about things. And I'm asking him, so what have I lied about? What's in this situation? What have I lied about? That's what I'd like to know as well, because everything I've told you in relation to Candy has been true.
Wait, one second. I'm going to get a freeway on this because I want to know, Amber. I just asked Amber. She said, no, all I asked was to confirm what you said. But I never said you was a liar. I said, I don't get involved in things if I can't see any facts.
So you didn't call me a liar or tell Amber that
I didn't call you a liar.
Okay, cool. Let's add Amber to this call, please.
Yeah, let's add him to this call. Let's add him. 1 second.
Hey, girl.
Hi, Leah. I just wanted to clarify something because something got brought up to me which I just don't remember happening. But at any point on the event, did I come to you to talk about Candy and Ambu?
No, I didn't speak to you at the event.
So I didn't come to you to speak about Candy or Ambu or the battle?
No.
Okay, I was just checking because someone said that I did and I was like,
so I literally saw you, didn't hug you, then I saw you the second time and I was like, oh my God, I didn't hug you.
Yeah, literally. Okay, that's what I remembered. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. No worries.
Take care.
I was lucky I had that conversation with Leo. Listen, I'm glad you clarified your point. I'm happy to back your point. Wherever you saw Ambu, I'll back it. I should make sure I got clear. I think I've misunderstood a lot of things that happened that night. You should really know that I am a busy guy though at that night. I wouldn't actually stop for a second. A couple of things I told you through the grapevine that weren't factually, and it wasn't a Leo, and I do apologise for re-clarifying it, but I didn't call you a liar. I just said that, I haven't got the facts in it, and as everyone's my artist, I stay in the middle until I see any conclusion. The conclusions have been that them not dealt with it. That's the reason I told you before. I don't want to make you feel like I'm not got your back, but Mark said he's got to deal with it, and that's what he done. So
Mark didn't deal with anything. I haven't heard from Mark.
I understand that. And you know what? I'm one person. I can't save the whole brand. I feel like I'm trying to be a superhero, and you're right. You need to, they're not right, but certain things you said, I think if you feel that way, but I hope that, that I've tried my best to be a good artist liaison, as they call it. I do apologise for getting my wires twisted with Ambu. I will let him know that, and I had no right, if I didn't have facts, to actually see you say that or hear you say that. It's wrong, but I don't want no problem with you. I'm going to stand out of this, keep myself out of this like I did before. Is that all right with you?
Yeah.
Why are you raising your voice at me? I didn't even get to finish what I was saying. You upset yourself because you're just jumping left and right, brother. Stop it.
I've got a witness right with me.
That's fine. What does that do for you? What does that do for you?
Not me, bro.
Why are you, brother? You started raising your voice, bringing up yesterday. I didn't even mention that. The first thing I said to you was, "Well, I'm not doing the rematch." Jaws, bro, listen. You know what? I'm gonna say this. If you don't want to have this conversation with me, end the call. It's that simple.
What?
If you don't want to have this conversation, you're not going to listen, end the call.
Bro, I'm saying to you one more
No.
because you're not doing it. I'm 30.
If you're not,
however old you are, yeah?
bro,
Talk to me like
if you don't want to have the conversation, end the call.
Bro,
If you don't want to have the conversation, end the call.
Stop repeating yourself and listen to what
No, because you haven't listened to me this entire time. You cut me off. You can be angry then, bro. Then end the call, bro. Because clearly we can't talk right now, can we? So end the call.
We're not talking at all, bro.
Then don't talk. Then let's not talk then. That's fine.
I'm saying to
That's
you.
No. Because you're not even.
You're gonna get me in a position, yeah, where you're not gonna be able to. You need me more than I need to talk to you right now, bro.
Brother,
I don't need to talk to you.
You're saying like I called you exactly. So why are you getting angry for? Why are you getting angry for?
Because right now all you're doing is.
Bro, all you've done since this call started is bring up stuff, cut me off. Let me just, if you,
No,
how can you answer a question when you don't even know what my finished statement is? Explain that to me.
Listen,
explain. How can you answer that if I'm not finished? How can you answer if I'm not finished? Alright, Jaws, bro. Hey, listen. Forget it. You know what? There's no point.
Behaviour speaks about me being ungrateful. If me being ungrateful is speaking out about the injustices I face whilst being on your platform, then I guess I'm ungrateful. So what if anything happens to us, or if I'm dealing with anything, I have to be silent about it purely because you've given me a platform? Purely because I'm on Pengame? Absolutely not. I will speak. I'm glad I've spoken. Even though you guys have attempted to silence me and push these fake narratives and yada yada yada, I'm still here, I'm still talking, and I will always speak up for myself. And at the end of the day, I'm not a kid, I'm an artist on your platform, and you have a duty of care. Furthermore, Beaver, you're talking about taking down all of my Pengame videos and stuff.
Real stuff actually occurs.
To women, which is really happening.
It's really happening.
No
one's going to believe it. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So at the end of the day,
she's still on the show?
people need to be accountable. Really, she should get kicked out. Really.
Because she took herself out, and I think that's why she.
Kick out, man. Because you can't really just.
And tell her, and if it's that hostile, yeah, tell her take down all of her Pengame videos as well, man.
Her whole page is Pengame.
That whole page is Pengame, but Pengame's so bad. Take down all your clips then. And then
it's my work. You guys are posting my intellectual property, and you think you can tell me to take down me rapping? People don't come to Pengame to watch Margs and the judges. They come to see the artists. And if that's the case, then take down my videos from your page. One of my battles is the 3rd highest viewed on your channel. You won't take that down. You won't take down any of my battles because you still make money from me. And actually, you're lucky the artists don't turn around and ask you for more, because they could be asking for royalties. They could be suing you for the fact that you're using their faces and using their likeness and using their intellectual property without permission, just as you please, to promote Pengame. But hey, so this whole thing of the artists gone too big for their boots, think they're bigger than the platform, yada yada yada, it's none of that.
you know what it is? I'll say this as well, yeah, because this has got nothing to do with Pengame, yeah. Because see, when I'm scrolling through TikTok, yeah, I keep seeing people trying to, something's gone wrong, and then they're trying to badmouth TikTok, Pengame. See, the next man I see badmouth Pengame, the next time I see you, because bro, don't use it as a platform to.
I know who he's talking about.
Don't make a platform. Don't go on the platform, yeah, and then think you're bigger than the platform. Yeah. I've got nothing to do with Pengame, yeah. I've got nothing to do with it. So when I see you, don't say Pengame. I done it because they're taking, bro. Every time, Pengame done this, Pengame. Shut up, man. Because when you're on there getting paid and your battles, and then all the fans are rocking with you.
None of that. But at the same time, don't make it seem like the artists are nothing without Pengame, because Pengame would be nothing without the artists. Furthermore, you went from 7 to 2 females on your platform. There has to be something going on here for there only to be 2 girls on your platform left, Shabi and Cheeks. Let's ask ourselves why. Equally, Beaver, you're talking about, oh, if I see someone from Pengame, if I see the men, da-da-da-da-da. I like that you corrected yourself to men, because yeah, absolutely. Furthermore, if all these people are speaking out about Pengame and you're seeing all these videos, then maybe, just maybe, we're not all crazy. Maybe there is something that you guys need to work on and reassess. And I almost forgot to address this.
I'm gonna think while they're battling, Ambu's got like screenshots of the conversation that she's clearly giving. I feel like I heard her voice in the track or stuff like that. Ambu's saying stuff that he could only know if she told him, kind of thing. So it's like I feel like you're antagonizing him. And then when Candy saw the stuff and heard the stuff, he said something about her dad on.
And I wasn't even going to address this, but since it's so important for some of you guys, I will nevertheless. Ambu's information came from, number one, the group chat. There was 2 occasions where I responded to Candy because he was throwing out false claims. So I sent in a little screenshot just to shut him up. Separately, I never complained about any issues within Battle Rap. Same way he sent for me within Battle Rap, I sent for him back. Never complained. What I have an issue with is outside of it. You threatening me because I don't want to talk to you. You calling people to do me harm. You telling people you had sexual intercourse whilst privately calling people from the platform and crying about how upset and brokenhearted you are and admitting the truth to them.
Can't even see phone, man, bro. And he was just saying, bruv, you might be fucked. You think, obviously, he's saying, that's when he showed, man, like, right, him and Cucha been kind of doing the thing. And I was confused, like, what? Cucha, bro? No, wait, like, swear down. He's saying, yeah, but obviously, he's like, we've been talking for like 6 months, bro, but he's like, she's just airing me now, bro, like, she just ghosted me, like, I'm saying, no. So I said, what, did you hit? He said, no. I said, bro, there's no way, bro. You're a madman. You've made that, what you saying? I've been bringing around my mum and that, bro. I'm saying, no. Yeah, bro. I just said, bro, Cucha done that. She's a bad man. I said, bro, I rate her. I like,
and let's cut out the double standard. Same way when I have my battles, Candy's giving out info about me. That's fine. That's within Battle Rap. Same way when Ambu's coming and asking me questions and I've answered him, that's within Battle Rap. That's for battle purposes. Everyone in Pengame does this. They will ask someone, what do you know about this person? What do you know about that person? Equally, I didn't decide to give Ambu this info right after our conversation. This has been there. It's been in the group chat. Even privately, they were supposed to have their battle ages ago. If you guys had your own talk and said what you could and couldn't say or da-da-da-da-da, okay, but don't go say, oh, Cucha antagonized him by sending him this and that. Ambu's had this on his phone for months. This has been in the group chat for months. So Cucha's not antagonizing anyone. He used it within Battle Rap. Okay, it happens. Equally, you penalise Ambu for talking about his dead friend.
There was a little bit of a racial bias in it. It's fine. There wasn't. That's fine. No, I'm playing. We played on the dead relatives card. A lot of people have done it, but the crowd weren't feeling it. Yeah, the crowd weren't feeling it when we were doing it. Obviously. It wasn't kind. No, it wasn't. But Scams' dad is really dead. Piff packed, put in the ground, dead. Innit? Whereas a lot of what they were saying about us wasn't true. Innit? Do you know what I mean?
Candy, that's not nice.
We were smoking on a Scams' dad spliff before this, innit, Dino? No, I don't smoke weed. Yeah, we don't smoke weed, but if we was, yeah, Scams' dad, build up, bro. Do you know what I mean? His dad is dead, bro. But a lot of what they were saying about me and Dino was not true, innit? Calm down, bro. It wasn't true, innit? Dino saying the same thing, innit?
See ya!
Well, no, we did lose. I'll give you that. You man, see me in Wrexham.
When me and Candy were supposed to battle, he called me. He said, what do you not want me to say and what should I not say? So we can skip the part where we include Pengame and ask management X, Y, and Z. And I said, don't talk about my dad. Candy said, don't talk about my dead friend. I recorded this conversation because at the time we were not cool whatsoever. And I even questioned why he was calling me and he got straight to the point. After he tried to ask me questions about Karma and who I was dating and I ended the call. So yes, I recorded that call because I had no idea why you were calling me, especially because 3 days before that you were throwing false allegations on me online. We already had an issue during this time. Ben said I wasn't going to do the battle because I'd be battling him out of ego because I would give him a reason to keep talking about me and I want him to leave me alone. So I'm not doing the battle and I want that man to stay in his corner and I'll mind mine. Not long after that conversation, Candy then starts talking about my dad on live. Candy also brings it to the group chat. Cool, Ambu and Candy are having their battle and at this point I'm not even in the building. I'm still on my way to the Pengame event. And when I get there sometime later, a fan comes and tells me that Candy mentioned my dad outside of Battle Rap, randomly during Ambu's round. I then approach Margs and I'm like, no one said anything to me, but I just got told this. What are you going to do about it after that grand speech you gave me? And he tells me, oh, but Ambu provoked him. Ambu kept it Battle Rap. Candy's speaking about me outside of it. And it doesn't then give you the green light to then speak on my dad and personal business because you feel tight. And just to give you some examples, when Grams vs Trappy, Grams could have started talking about Inks' business, fuck Inks, this, that. Did he? No. Equally, when other people get set information from other people, do they start bad-mouthing them and talking about their personal business and da-da-da-da-da? No. And I'm very aware of how you've reached out to certain people in the industry to tell them not to speak on it or da-da-da-da-da. But nevertheless, I'm here, I'm speaking on it, and you know what? What better channel to speak on it than my own? So here we are. What I'm not going to do is let all of these people drag my name through the mud purely because you're trying to save face and can't take accountability. But if you want to claim to be a leader and the face of Pengame and the boss of Pengame, etc., while George is in his cell, then make sure you're acting accordingly. Not shifting blame to everyone else, yet refusing to take accountability when push comes to shove. And it's very easy to shift the blame onto what you think you know of my love life, but she spoke to Candy and all these trivial things, as opposed to addressing the fact that you let this man stay on the platform despite the fact that he was harassing me for 8 months, despite the fact that he's made some very vulgar comments, despite the fact that he has hit a woman, despite the fact that he has acted in very inappropriate ways. But that's it from me. I will not be speaking on this situation again. I've said everything I can. Everything, I don't know. I'm tired, bro. Peace out.